around. Best of the best come here to put their tough to the test. Give it all for gold or go home broke when they open up that gate. Welcome to the show, welcome to the home of the world's biggest rodeo, where the Bayou City streets meet the country roads. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Are you ready for a ride? Yeah, you better buckle up and hold on tight. Where the Bayou City streets meet these country roads. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
Welcome in to Cavalier Field, Game 4 of the Rocky Mountain League Series between the A's and Foxes, and we are underway. A little bit late tonight. We hosted Perfect Fit Foundation. It was Perfect Fit night. Ty Acton up now. Second pitch into him is in for a strike, and Acton down in the count 0-2. He did not see action last night against the A's. The 0-2 delivery. It is Frank Tinoco on the mound and chopped up the infield, fielded by attempted to be fielded by Moreno, but the first error of the game on the Dodge City A's. Throw down to first, not in time.
I'm just saying.
2-0 pitch coming. It's a throw to first and not in time. Nick Bertucci up for the Foxes. Takes a swing and miss. Actually fouls it off. Either way, it's a strike, and the count now 2-1. The payoff pitch is fouled off. One on, one away for the Foxes. The payoff pitch again to Bertucci. Had himself a night last night against the A's. Waving off some, has what he wants and comes set. Bertucci fouls it again, and the count remains full. Game 4 of the series, the final game between the A's and Foxes. The Foxes have won all 3 so far. So they've already guaranteed themselves the series win. The A's just trying to avoid the series sweep. A's have already been swept in a series by the Game Day Angels this season. Bertucci fouls that one back, and count still remains full. So after the full count worked, 3 straight fouled off to continue the at-bat. Working the pitch count against Tinoco. Frankie stands on the first base side of the rubber. Misses high, and that'll walk a runner on. Brings up Genesis Nunez, or Gio as he's referred to by his teammates. So 2 on and 1 away for the Foxes here in the top of the first. Missing outside is Tinoco, and Nunez is ahead in the count 1-0. Look back at second. Runner goes up the middle, cut off by So the play was cut off by Arturo Blaquenze and then overthrown to first base. Went all the way to the fence, so another error on the Dodge City A's. It also scored a run. Runners on the corners with 1 away to bring up Dalton Berg. Berg takes a swing and comes up empty, and he'll fall down 0-1. One run in and 2 on, and still not a hit recorded by the Foxes. One delivery. Tinoco delivers, and it's fouled up the third base line. So Berg, he's down in the count 1-2. It's Monday night, so the A's morph into the Lawmen. It was Sundays last year, Mondays this year. 1-2 delivery. Runners go, and the throw down to second. They not getting the tag, and it scores another run. Two-two pitch. Foxes lead 2-0 here in the top of the first. Tinoco misses outside, rather, and the count runs full. So we'll see another payoff pitch here from Frank. He'll step off the back of the mound and then come back on and come set. Swung on and missed, and now 2 away. Berg will go down on strikes, and that'll bring up Keenan Harvey. One on and 2 away for the Foxes. Tinoco delivers a first pitch strike to Harvey, and he's down 0-1. Sixth batter of the inning for the Foxes. Nearly went around last night, too. Grounded up the third base side, fielded, throw to first in time, and that will end the inning. We're headed to the bottom of the first. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Leading off. Leading off for the Dodge City A's / Lawman, it is Omari Johnson. He gets the DH tonight, takes a first pitch strike. Johnson, the sophomore from Southern University. Joseph Merrick, he gets the start on the mound tonight for the Foxes. Grounded it through the right side. The A's, they get their first hit. One on and nobody out to bring up Yael Amador. Amador, he was a freshman this past season at Western Oklahoma State College. He'll face off against Merrick, who is the right-handed starter on the mound for the Foxes, and he'll deliver a ball. First pitch to Amador. 1-0 pitch. Misses again, and Amador, he's ahead in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. Merrick joins the Foxes by way of Adams State. Grounded up the middle, fielded by the shortstop. The throw to first in time and 1 away. That'll bring up Isaiah Velasco. Velasco, he was a graduate this year at Central Michigan University. 1 on, 1 away for the A's. It's the strike call, does Merrick, and has Velasco down 0-1. So after tonight, the A's ought to have 3 days off, and then they'll be down to their final 3 games of the regular season as Velasco, he'll foul that pitch off and is down in the count 0-2. The A's will return to action Friday evening when they host the Liberal BJs here at Cavalier. They'll travel to Liberal on Saturday, have Sunday off, and then finish out the regular season with a non-league contest between the Hayes Larks. The 0-2 pitch goes down low. It's 1-2 now to Velasco. Johnson over on second. He was moved over on the ground out from Yael Amador. So the A's line up, it looks like this. Omari Johnson, Yael Amador, Isaiah Velasco. He grounds through on the right side, and that puts runners on the corners. So that'll bring up Angel Vasquez. He's the cleanup hitter for the Dodge City A's. He'll be followed by Kennedy Drexler, Jaden Moreno, Paxton Huff, Nico Brown, and Arturo Blaquinze to round out the lineup. Vasquez, he'll draw a first pitch strike and go to work. Foul that one off. Vasquez down in the count now 0-2. Yeah, he's looking to get on the board. It took him a while last night when they fell 12-2. The Foxes, they did all their damage in the first 3 innings of the ball game. Throw over to first, not in time. Angel Vasquez, he was a freshman this season at Dodge City Community College. Played right here on Cavalier Field. They'll take a swing and come up empty, and now 2 away. And that'll bring up Kennedy Drexler. Drexler was a redshirt sophomore at Southern University. 2 on and 2 away for Drexler. The A's would like to take advantage of this opportunity. They have at least 1 run just 90 feet away. First pitch. Gets the strike call from Merrick. Drexler down in the count 0-1. Foxes are playing with their third baseman well in, even past the third base cutout. One and one the count to Drexler. Velasco gets his lead off at first, and the pitch misses outside. Makes it 2-1 now. Drexler comes up empty. He'll even the count at 2. Merrick misses low, and count has run full. So we'll see the payoff pitch. Merrick looking in. Get his sign, come set. Drexler makes contact, sends it to right field to the warning track off the bottom of the wall. 1 run in. Here comes Velasco around third, and the throw is cut off, and that gives the A's another hit and a 2 RBI double for Drexler. Tie ball game here at Cavalier Field. And that'll bring up Jaden Moreno. Moreno, he played his senior season at Prairie View A&M. A righty-lefty matchup here. So the A's doing damage with 2 away. Moreno takes first pitch outside. Moves ahead in the count 1-0. Pitch. Moreno will ground that one foul up the first baseline. And see some of the Boot Hill gunfighters passing out photos down in the lower part of the stands. So not only was it perfect fit night, it's also lawmen, in which that pitch is grounded back to the pitcher Merrick, throw to first in time, and that will end the inning. We're headed to the top of the second. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Leading off in the top of the second inning, it is Ryan Vandeveer. He'll take a first pitch strike. Tinoco, he's back on the mound for your Dodge City A's. Back out for his second inning of work, delivers, gets the strike call. Vanderveer down in the count, 0-2. The 0-2, Tinoco goes outside and misses. One, two. Tinoco inside on that one and misses, and the count evens itself. Grounded to the second baseman Vasquez, picked up, makes the throw to first, and one away. That brings up Gavin Short, the 8-hole hitter tonight for the Foxes. Short, he'll take a first pitch strike. Tinoco, he comes in with a 1-4 record on the mound for the Dodge City A's. He'll deliver a pitch high, and that evens the count. Grounded to Blakenze, throw to first in time, and now 2 away. So here's the bottom of the order with Luke Sidwell. Defensively for your Dodge City A's, it looks like this. From left to right in the outfield, Kennedy Drexler, Yael Amador, and Paxton Huff. Tinoco delivers low to Sidwell. Third to first across the infield, Nico Brown, Arturo Blakenze, Angel Vasquez, and Jaden Moreno. Of course, Frank Tinoco on the mound, and Isaiah Velasco, he completes the battery for the Dodge City A's, and that pitch in gets the strike call. Sidwell evens the count at 1. Two balls, one strike, the count. Tinoco, he enters tonight with 25 1/3 innings pitched on the season. He'll deliver low again and makes it 3-1. Tinoco, he has an overall 8.17 ERA, grounded up the middle, and goes out into center field for a hit. And that'll turn the lineup over to Ty Wilson. So Wilson, he grounded out the first time he was up. Tied at 2 here at Cavalier Field in the top of the second. First pitch to Wilson. Tinoco goes low and misses. Wilson will move ahead in the count 1-0. One-0 pitch. Goes low outside, and Wilson, he's ahead 2 balls and no strikes. Tinoco, he's struck out 30 batters and walked 10. 3-0 delivery. Goes low. Wilson, he'll draw the 4-pitch walk. That puts 2 on with 2 away for the Foxes to bring up Ty Acton. Acton, he got on an error. It was the throwing error that got things started for the Foxes. So now 2 on and 2 away. Pitch will miss inside. Tinoco goes low and inside again and misses. Acton, he's ahead in the count, 2 balls and no strikes, and that's going to prompt a mound visit from head coach Jeremiah McCollum. So the A's, they lost the game last night to the Fort Collins Foxes. They dropped it 12-1. It was a run rule 7-inning game. The first game against the Foxes, it would be a close one. The A's had fallen 4-2 on the first game in Fort Collins, and then come back the next night and drop the game 18-5. Hayes leading the BJs 5-0. That game currently in the 3rd inning. So that one will have league implications as Hayes leads the league currently. Pitch misses inside, and Acton ahead in the count, 3 balls and no strikes. The 3-0 pitch. Getting the strike call is Tinoco, and makes it 3-1. The A's, they started Blake Pacheco last night, brought Nicholas Gonzalez in to finish out the game. He would come in and shut down the Foxes, and damage had already been done. The payoff pitch gets the swing and a miss, and that will end the inning as Acton goes down on strikes. We are headed to the bottom of the 2nd. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Paxton Huff leading off for the Dodge City Lawmen, Boot Hill Lawmen. Takes a first pitch strike. Huff teammates with Moreno at Prairie View A&M. Both of them were seniors this year. Huff down in the count, 0-1. Merrick, he'll go inside and miss. So he'll even the count. Huff makes contact, sends it to center field. Tracking it and pulling it down is Wilson, and one away. So that'll bring up Nico Brown. Brown, he was the freshman at Florida A&M University this past season. Nobody on, one away for the Lawmen. Merrick gets a strike call on the outside edge, and Brown, he's down 0-1. Brown will foul that one off and finds himself down quickly, 0-2. The Lawmen, they've out-hit the Foxes 3-1, but two costly errors in the bottom of the first inning as Brown, he'll go around and collect the strikeout, 2 away. That'll bring up Arturo Blaquenze. Blaquenze at the bottom of the order for your Dodge City A's. Arturo, he was a freshman this past season here at Dodge City Community College. Nobody on, 2 away, and the first pitch in for a strike. Blaquenze's down 0-1. Defensively for the Foxes, it's Berg, Wilson, and Bertucci left to right in the outfield. Swung on and missed, and Blaquenze's down in the count, 0-2. Third to first across the infield, it's Short, Acton, Sidwell, and Harvey. Of course, Merrick, he's still on the mound. And Vanderveer completes the battery for the Foxes. The 0-2 delivery. He'll go inside and miss. Makes it 1-2. Pitch. Goes front door with a bender and misses. And Blaquenze even in the count. It's Deuces Wild across the top of the scoreboard. 2-2 pitch. Goes outside, and the count runs full. Payoff pitch from Merrick. He'll look in, get his sign, and come set. From the stretch. Delivers inside, and Blaquenze will draw the walk. That'll turn the lineup over for your Dodge City A's. Back at the top of the lineup with the designated hitter, Omari Johnson. 1 on and 2 away. Kenzie will get his lead off at first. The first pitch to Johnson out into right field. And that'll put runners on at first and second. So that'll bring up Yael Hamador. 2 on, 2 away. That was the 4th hit of the ball game for the Lawmen. Blaquenze, he'll get his lead off at second. Amador swings and comes up empty and falls down 0-1. Blaquenze at second, Johnson at first. Merrick delivers inside, gets the strike call to Amador, and he's down quickly 0-2. Merrick misses low. One, two, a little excuse me swing. He fouls it off. The count will remain 1-2. One-two pitch. Merrick goes low. Counts even at 2. Merrick delivers, goes inside, and Merrick one pitch away from walking the bases loaded. The payoff pitch. Merrick fires, runners go, and Yael Amador will go down on strikes to end the inning. We're headed to the top of the third, tied at 2. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Leading off in the top of the third, it is Nick Bertucci. Bertucci, he drew the walk the last time he was up. He'll face off against Frank Tinoco. He's out for his third inning of work for the Lawmen. First pitch, he'll see. Gets the strike call, and Bertucci's down 0-1. Swung on and missed by Bertucci. Makes it 1 ball and 2 strikes. Frank, he last pitched against the Game Day Angels on July the 9th. He also pitched against the Foxes that game back on June the 7th. Getting the strike call. One away. So Bertucci goes down and brings up Nunez. Nunez, he got on an error the last time he was up. So Frankie last pitched against the Angels, that game on July the 9th. He went an inning and 2/3 in that game, striking out 2 but allowing 4 hits. First pitch in to Nunez for ball 1. Frank, his longest outing came against the Lumberjacks back on June the 10th, going 6 innings in that game. The 1-1 pitch goes low. Nunez, he's ahead in the count now, 2-1. The Lumberjacks beat the Boulder Collegians tonight, 10-7. That pitch is fouled off. Larks leading the BJs 5-0. That game currently in the 4th. 2-2 here at Cavalier Field between the Foxes and Lawmen. Tinoco fires in, misses low, and the count runs full. Tinoco, he's up to 56 pitches in the ball game. 30 have been in for strikes, and we'll see the payoff pitch. Steps on the first base side of the rubber. Looking from the stretch. Fires in. Nunez that makes contact out into left center field over the wall and gone. A solo shot for Nunez. And the Foxes take a 3-2 lead. So that'll bring up Dalton Berg. Berg, he was a strikeout victim the last time he was up. First pitch sent through on the right side, and back-to-back hits. One on, one away for Keenan Harvey. Harvey, he grounded out his last time up. Tinoco waving one off, has what he wants, and he'll come set. Misses high and outside. One 1-0 pitch. Tinoco delivers, misses outside again, and Harvey works ahead in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. Foxes, they go all gray today with their uniforms. Gray pants, gray tops. That pitch is in for a strike. It's the swing and coming up empty. Foxes across the front in their orange with their numerals, and their numerals in back in orange, and then a slightly darker gray sleeve. A's, they go with the Lawmen tonight, their black uniforms. It says Boot Hill across the front with their numerals in gold. Two-two pitch. Tinoco goes outside and misses, and the count runs full. Both bullpens are empty at this point. The payoff pitch. Tinoco fires, and it's sent out into left field, and that'll put runners on at first and second. So the Foxes, they've tied it in hits now. 2 on for the catcher Vandeveer. 1 away for the Foxes. Vandeveer, he grounded out the last time he was at the plate. Tinoco delivers a strike and has Vandeveer down 0-1. Shorty stands in the on-deck circle. Sent through on the left side, but foul. So down in the count 0-2 is Vandeveer. Berg on at second, Harvey at first for the Foxes. Tinoco checks the runner at second. Makes the throw home and pitch misses. One-two delivery coming. Grounded up the third base line and foul. The count will remain 1-2. Take a look at the overall league standings here after a while, as at least one game is finished already. Pitch is popped up and foul goes back over top of the press box. '70th pitch of the ball game, and it is fouled off. Vandeveer makes contact out into center field, tracking it, pulling it down, and the runner's not able to advance. That'll prompt a mound visit. A's Baseball brought to you by our Grand Slam sponsors, the Community Foundation of Southwest Kansas, City of Dodge City, Lewis Automotive, Coke Fertilizer, Curbs Office LLC, and Brian and Melissa Huff. We thank you for your sponsorship and support of Dodge City A's Baseball. Two on and two away for the Foxes as Tinoco, he'll remain on the mound. There is nobody down in the A's bullpen currently. It brings up Gavin Short. Short 0 for 1 in the ball game. He grounded out the last time he was up. Takes a first pitch low from Tinoco. He'll work ahead in the count 1-0. Runners getting their lead, goes to third. The throw down is not in time. So runners now at second and third for the Foxes. A 2-0 count to Short. Tinoco delivers, goes front door and misses. It's a 3-0 count now. Tinoco in danger of walking the bases loaded. 2 away for the Foxes. Pitch gets the strike call. Shorty can be selective. He's still ahead in the count, 3-1. The pitch, it's fouled into the backstop, and the count has run full. Short, he was swinging for the fences on that one. We'll go back to work. Tinoco up to 76 now. Has what he wants and will come set. Delivers and sent out to right field and foul. Well, we've seen it multiple times now where Foxes have worked full counts against Tinoco. The at-bat continues. Payoff again. Swung on and missed. It'll be a drop strike 3. The throw down to first to complete the out, and that will end the inning. We're headed to the bottom of the third. A's trail 3-2. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Leading off in the bottom of the third, Isaiah Velasco. Velasco, he singled the last time he was up. He'll take a swing and foul it off. Down in the count 0-1. Merrick, he's back on the mound for the Foxes, up to 43 pitches in the ball game. Velasco will foul that one off and finds himself quickly down 0-2. That should send a few kids running for foul balls. The 0-2 delivery. Merrick goes outside, and that makes it 1-2 to Velasco. Isaiah, he's playing his third season with the A's. The pitch goes low and inside. Counts even at 2. Merrick delivers. Velasco sends a ground ball out into right field. The hitters are seeing the ball better tonight, making contact and getting it into places that the Foxes are not. It'll bring up Angel Vasquez. Vasquez, he went down on strikes the last time he was up. 1 on and nobody out for the Lawmen. First pitch he sees, framed by the catcher Vandeveer, but not getting the call. So Vasquez, he moves ahead 1-0. Goes high and inside, and let's just put it this way. Angel is not a tall-statured individual, but he had to duck out of the way of that pitch. Head in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. Vasquez sends it up the middle, fielded by the second baseman. He'll step on the bag, throw to first, and the Foxes get the twin killing. So now nobody on and 2 away for Kennedy Drexler. Drexler, he doubled the last time he was at the plate. So the A's, Lawmen, they started to get some momentum, but the twin killing negated it all. Drexler shows bunt, sends it foul. Down 0-1 is Drexler. Merrick, he works quickly on the mound, already set. Fires in, Drexler up the middle again, fielded by the second baseman. Throw to first, and records the out. That'll send us to the top of the 4th. We'll keep it right here for the the Boot Hill Gunfighters. So we'll see the world-famous Boot Hill Gunfighters as they come out onto the field for their performance.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we would like to recognize our special guests from the Boot Hill Museum as they partner with the A's for our City Connect Nights. Boot Hill Museum is located on the original site of Boot Hill Cemetery and highlights the glory days as Queen of the Cowtown with creative, lively, and interactive displays and activities the entire family will enjoy. Boot Hill Museum is open all year long, where you can belly up to the bar for a cold sarsaparilla, enjoy some of Grandma's homemade fudge in the general store, or take home a lasting memento of your Old West experience from the Boot Hill gift shop. Go to boothill.org to plan your visit today to see the world-famous Gunfighters at high noon and 6 p.m., a country-style dinner and the variety show each night at 7 o'clock. This evening, we are pleased to have with us the world-famous Boot Hill Gunfighters. Now please direct your attention to the field for a one-of-a-kind show. Let's hear it from the world-famous Boot Hill Museum Gunfighter.
The Boot Hill Gunfighters putting on a show here at Cavalier Field. You know, if you come to town, go down to Boot Hill Museum and see him perform at high noon. So we'll take a step aside, come back with the top of the fourth. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball.
Baseman number 43, Luke Sidwell.
Top of the fourth. Luke Sidwell leading off. Count even at one. Sidwell, he singled the last time he was up. The A's have Thomas Fowler down in the bullpen. Sunoco delivers outside, and Sidwell, he'll work ahead 2-1. Sunoco delivers. Sidwell fouls it back into the pole as you hear the ding. Ding, strike two. 2-2 pitch. Goes low, and the count runs full. Payoff pitch. Sunoco winds, and Sidwell will send it out into center field. Playing it off the hop is Amador. One on for the Foxes.
Now batting the center fielder, number 4, Ty Wilson.
So that'll bring up Ty Wilson. We're back at the top of the order for the Foxes. Starting their third trip through the batting order. The throw over to first is not in time. Sunoco up to 84 in the ball game. Wilson, he drew the walk the last time he was up. Show bunts. Shows a bunt. Takes it low for ball one. Top of the fourth here at Cavalier Field. The Foxes lead this one 3-2. Sunoco, he steps off, and so does Wilson. We'll go back to work. 1-0 delivery. Tinoco goes low and outside. Wilson ahead, 2 balls and no strikes. Getting the strike call makes it 2-1. Counts even at 2 now. So after working ahead, back-to-back called strikes, and Tinoco waving a couple off, has what he wants. See, swing and a miss. 1 away for the Foxes. That'll bring up Ty Acton. Acton, he's 0 for 2. He went down on strikes the last time he was at the plate. 1 on, 1 away. Chopped up the middle, and it will go out into shallow center field for a base hit.
There's a sniper on top of the first ball. The third monster.
So now 2 on and 1 away to bring up Nick Bertucci. Bertucci, he was a strikeout victim the last time he was at the plate. Five strikeouts in the ball game for Tinoco. Bertucci, he'll make contact, pops it up. Should stay in the park. Pulled down on the warning track, and that'll put runners on the corners.
Now batting is your designated hitter and peer batter tonight, number 9, Gio Nunez.
So that'll bring up Gio Nunez. Runners on the corners for the Foxes with 2 away. Nunez, he hit a home run. It was a solo shot the last time he was up. Scored that 1 run in the 3rd inning. He'll take a strike call. Sidwell at 3rd, Acton at 1st for the Foxes. Acton goes. Faking the throw, it was Velasco, and wisely keeping it home. Foxes tried to pull the bait and score move.
This guy looks like he knows who makes them.
Hey, Dad, you got some dad. This looks like it's got
Nunez, he'll foul the pitch off. Down in the count 1-2. The 1-2 delivery from Tinoco. Swung on and missed. Oh, nope, fouled. Count will remain 1-2. Tinoco, he's up to 95 now. So you have to think that if he does get out of this inning, it will be his last. Pitch, it will miss inside. 2-2 the count to Nunez. Both runners in scoring position, and the A's trying to keep the Foxes off the board here. Pitch. Nunez will foul it off. The count remains 2-2. 7th pitch of the at-bat coming. Tinoco set. Pitch is swung on and missed, and that will end the inning. We're headed to the bottom of the fourth. 6, 7, and 8 due up in the order for the Lawmen when we return. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Jaden Moreno leading off for the Lawmen as we've entered the bottom of the fourth inning. Moreno, he grounded out the last time he was up. He'll face off against Joseph Merrick back on the mound for the Foxes. He'll deliver a pitch outside, and Moreno ahead 1-0. Action continues in the Lawmen bullpen. So you can almost feel that the night for Tinoco might be done. The pitch is in for a strike to Moreno, and that evens a count. Larks leading the BJs 9-2. That game going to the top of the sixth. The 2-2 from Merrick misses outside. The count will run full to Moreno. It's the only other games going on around the league tonight. As Moreno, he'll draw the leadoff walk. One on for the Lawmen to bring up Paxton Huff. Huff, he flew out the last time he was up. Let's take a look around the league standings. Of course, no surprise, the Larks leading the league currently at 16-4. 2 games back of the Larks is the Liberal BJs at 14-6. First pitch to Huff misses, and he'll be ahead 1-0. Fort Collins Foxes, they check in third place at 9-8. Grounded up the middle for the fielder's choice. So they get the lead off. And that'll bring up Nico Brown. Brown, he went down on strikes his last time up. 1 on, 1 away for the Lawmen. First pitch to Brown misses. 1-1 delivery coming. The Angels, they check in 4th place at 9-11. Your A's 5th at 9-12. Chopped foul. Followed by the Boulder Collegians, who are 7-12. And now the Lumberjacks at 4-15. 1-2 pitch, runner goes, misses low, Desmerick, and that evens a count at 2. Overall, the Larks are 22-4, followed by the BJs at 17-8-1. Of course, that one was a tie against your Dodge City A's. Huff goes and gets caught in a rundown, and now 2 away. So the 2-2 pitch goes low and outside. The count will run full to Nico Brown. So finishing off, the Foxes, they are 20-11 in 3rd place. The Angels at 10-11. And the Boulder Collegians at 9-12. Brown will draw the walk. Your A's check in at 11-17-2, and the Lumberjacks at 7-21. So Arturo Blakenze steps up 1 on and 2 away. Blakenze, he drew the walk the last time up, and the A's working to complete their 2nd trip through the batting order. Merrick, he'll deliver the first pitch low and outside, and that makes Blakenze ahead in the count 1-0. Merrick at 67 in the game. Blakenze scampers back. He'll work ahead in the count now 2-0, and that'll prompt a mound visit from the Fort Collins Foxes. A's baseball brought to you by our home run sponsors, the Victory Electric Cooperative Association, Jimmy John's, Spearville 3 EDF, Val Hinton, Rabine Brothers, Cargill, Kirby Meat Company, Building Solutions LLC, National Beef Packing Company LLC, Tommy's Express Car Wash, and Dodge City Family YMCA. We thank you for your sponsorship and support of Dodge City A's baseball. Well, the mound visit's over. We will go back to work. 2-0 count for Arturo Blakenze. Nico Brown on at first for the Lawmen. The pitch. Blakenze checks his swing, and he will move ahead in the count. 3 balls and no strikes. There is action down in the Foxes bullpen. The 3-0 delivery gets the strike call. It's almost predictable that more often than not, there's going to be a strike call on a 3-0 count. Unless it just wildly misses. That pitch does miss, and Blakenze draws the 5-pitch walk. Runners on at first and second for the Lawmen to turn the lineup over for Omari Johnson. Johnson, he's at 2 for 2 in the ball game. Has singled both times he's been at the plate. 2 on it, 2 away. Johnson, he steps up, batting .388 on the season. First pitch, it's grounded up the middle. The shortstop will take it, step on the bag, and that will end the inning. The A's a strand 2, and we're headed to the 5th. You've been listening to Dodge City A's baseball.
I'd probably take Pax. He seems like he'd be good and resourceful, but he's also a hilarious guy, so need some entertainment there.
I bring Frank Tinoco. I love that guy. He's funny. I feel like we'll have a great time.
I take Frank. No reason.
I'm taking Omari. You're a pretty funny guy. We might not survive, but we're going to have a great time. I would take Arturo because he is very resourceful.
If I had to take somebody to an island, it'd definitely be my dog, Aiden Morehouse.
Team that I had to go on a stranded island with, it would be my dog, Yael. Number one is, he's my boy.
If I were to take somebody to Desert Island, it will be Angel. We're Latin. We're surviving.
Alejandro, Jael, and Arturo because they speak the same language.
I'm going to take Trace because he's probably a good hunter and help out getting us food and whatnot.
Thomas Fowler comes out of the bullpen for your Dodge City A's. No record on the mound so far for Fowler. He's making his 4th appearance for the Dodge City A's. Last pitched against the Liberal BJs on July 11th. He went 2 innings in that ball game. He's pitched 9 innings overall with a 4.00 ERA on the season. So the A's go to the bullpen, and we're headed into the top of the 5th, trailing 3-2 to the Foxes. Dalton Berg set to lead off. Berg, he's at 1 for 2, singled the last time he was up. He'll face off against a new righty on the mound. Fowler gets his swing and a miss. Berg down 0-1. It's the middle of the order due up for the Foxes here. 5, 6, and 7 due up. Fowler, he stands in the middle of the rubber, transitions to the first base side, fouls it, and is down in the count 0-2. The 0-2 delivery. Fouled off. That pitch will go to the left and out of play. Count remains 0-2 for Berg. Foxes are in their 3rd trip through the batting order. The 0-2 pitch. Fowler delivers, sent to Vasquez at second, picks up, throws to first, and records the out. 1 away. That'll bring up Keenan Harvey. Harvey, he's 1 for 2. Singled the last time he was up. Nobody on and 1 away. First pitch to Harvey gets the strike call from Fowler. Thomas, his longest outing, a 4-inning outing, came against the Liberal BJs on July the 4th. Of course, that was a non-league contest, which the A's and BJs drew to a tie. Pitches in, gets the strike call. Harvey's down in the count 0-2. The A's, they've drawn to 2 ties this season. Tied against the Kansas Cannons back in June. It was a 13-13 tie and a 7-7 tie to the Liberal BJs. 1-2 pitch coming from Fowler. Harvey, he fouls that one off. It goes to the right and out of play. Count will remain 1-2. 1-2 again. Swung on and missed. Harvey will go down on strikes and 2 away. So that brings up Ryan Vandeveer, who is 0 for 2. Vandeveer, he flew out the last time he was up. Swung on and missed. Down on the count, 0-1. Catcher Vandeveer for the Foxes makes contact off the glove of Blakenze, and it will be a hit. The Foxes have now out-hit the A's 7-5 to bring up Gavin Short. Short, he's 0 for 2. He was out on a drop third strike the last time he was up, so one of the strikeouts in the game. It's the strike call from Fowler. The Foxes will send out their courtesy runner. Yeah, one pitch from Fowler goes outside. Catcher Gladish doing the courtesy running for the Foxes. 1-1, it swung on and missed. One and two the count. The Larks leading the BJs 13-2. That game in run rule territory now. They're in the sixth inning. Pitch misses from Fowler outside, and it's deuces wild across the top of the scoreboard. We've worked our way into the top of the fifth inning here. The 2-2 delivery. Fowler comes home, gets the swing and a miss, and that will be the final out as we head to the bottom of the fifth. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Yael Amador leading off for the Dodge City A's as the Foxes, they go to Daniel Hodak to take over the mound, another Adams State pitcher, teammates with Merrick. Amador, he's 0 for 2. He went down on strikes his last time up. 1-1 pitch. Makes contact, and it's a drive out into left center that will fall in for a hit. So that'll bring up Isaiah Velasco. Velasco, he's at 2 for 2, has singled both times he's been up. Amador, he's batting 176 on the season. Isaiah steps up, batting 341. 1 on and nobody out for the Lawmen. Throw over to first is not in time. Velasco will step out, steps back in. Hodak checking the runner at first. Makes the throw home, and Velasco's ahead in the count 1-0. Velasco ahead, 2 balls and no strikes. Two-0 pitch. Velasco fouls it off.
As a reminder, all foul balls are property of the Dodge City A's, and they can be returned to the concession stand for a $1 reward courtesy of Kurt Law.
Hodak comes into tonight's contest having pitched 7 innings. Has no record on the mound. Allowed 6 runs. Throw over to first, not in time. Struck out 7 and walked 6. He holds a 6.429 ERA on the season. So we'll go back to work. A 2-1 count. Throw over to first again, not in time. Bottom of the 6th in Liberal, the Larks leading that game 16-2. So the BJs, they've got some work to do if they want to hang in that one. 2-1 delivery from Hodak, and it will miss high and outside. Velasco's ahead, 3 balls and 1 strike. Pitch from Hodak. Another righty on the mound for the Foxes. He stands on the first base side of the rubber. Delivers home, and Velasco will draw the 5-pitch walk. That'll bring up Angel Vasquez at 2 on and nobody out for the Lawmen. Vasquez 0 for 2 in the ball game. He grounded out the last time he was at the plate. He's batting at 400 on the season. And a offensive visit called by head coach Jeremiah McCollum. So head coach McCollum wants to talk some things over with 2 on and nobody out. Well, the mound visit's over, and we will go to work. Angel Vasquez up at the plate. A righty-righty matchup here. Runners go, and Vasquez fouls the pitch off. He'll be down in the count 0-1. The Foxes, they've pulled their corners in. Keenan, he's playing up on the infield green. Expecting a bunt, he keeps creeping in. Vasquez takes it, sends it on the left side, fielded by the shortstop. The throw to first, not in time, and the A's have worked the bases loaded. Bases loaded with nobody out for Kennedy Drexler. Drexler 1 for 2. He grounded out the last time he was up. Steps on batting 200 on the season. Amador at third, Velasco at second, Vasquez at first for the Lawmen. Drexler, he'll take the first pitch low and outside for a ball. Hodak will step back on, looking in, and come set. 1-0 pitch. Misses high, does Hodak, and Drexler, he's ahead in the count now, 2 balls and no strikes. Well, the A's have an opportunity here with the bases loaded and nobody out. Hodak delivers the 2-0, and it's a fly ball that will drop in, played off the hop, and a run scores. We are tied at 3. So that'll bring up Jaden Moreno. Moreno, he drew a walk the last time he was up. Maybe got some turf or something in his eye, did Acton. Getting assistance from Blakenze. They're looking at something. Getting the thumbs up, so we'll go to work. Moreno drew the walk. He steps up with bases loaded, nobody out. 1 run in the inning. Moreno batting .294. Pitch gets the strike call. He'll fall down 0-1. There is work down in the Foxes bullpen. Pitch low and inside. Moreno moves even in the count. Connor Kearns down in the bullpen. A high fly ball to the left field wall of the track and gone. Moreno with the grand slam. And the A's take a 7-3 lead. Well, base is clear for Paxton Huff. A's lead at 7-3. Huff, he's 0 for 2 in the ball game. Hit into a fielder's choice the last time he was up. Paxton batting at .233 on the season. Still nobody out in the inning. 5 runs in, and the first pitch in for a strike. Huff will swing and come up empty and finds himself down in the count 0-2. Nobody down in the A's bullpen, and you wouldn't expect that right now. Hodak misses inside. He's thrown 17 pitches in the ball game. 1-2 delivery. Evens the count at 2. Wearing it in the back is Huff. No truer words have been said than ouchie. You hear it from one of the kids in the stands, and that'll prompt a mound visit, likely making a pitching change to the Foxes. No indication yet, but the coach going out to talk some things over. We'll see what comes of this. The Foxes lead the series over the A's 3-0. So the A's, they're just trying to avoid the series sweep. Well, they opt to stick with Hodak. So 1 on and nobody out still for Nico Brown. Brown, he's 0 for 1. Drew the walk the last time he was up. Steps up batting .356 on the season. Hodak looking in, has his sign, and will come set. Nico working ahead now, 1-0. Brown makes contact and sends it out to left field. So A's have runners on at first and second. So now the Foxes are going to make a pitching change. So here comes the head coach for the Foxes. He'll go out to meet Hodak on the mound, and his night is over. The Foxes are going to go to Connor Kearns, another Adams State pitcher. So we'll take a step aside, come back as the inning continues for the A's. They lead at 7-3. You've been listening to Dart City A's Baseball. So the Foxes on to their third pitcher of the ball game. They go to Connor Kearns. He'll face off against Arturo Blaquenze, who is yet to record an official at bat as he has walked both times he's been at the plate. First pitch, he'll swing on it and miss. Blaquenze batting 184 on the season. Kern's a lefty, another Adams State pitcher. So the Foxes went righty, righty, lefty. Takes a swing and coming up empty. Down on the count, 0-2. Huff at second, Brown at first for the Lawmen. Pitch, it's grounded to the second baseman. He'll step on the bag, goes to first, and records the twin killing. Now 2 away.
Now batting for the Lions, the designated hitter, number 14, Omari Johnson.
So that'll bring up Omari Johnson as the A's turn the lineup over. Back at the top of the order, Johnson, he hit into a fielder's choice his last time up. Kearns, he stands on the middle of the rubber and comes set. Fires in with the first pitch and misses for a ball. Johnson, he's ahead in the count 1-0. Kearns, he has a 6.429 ERA on the season. He'll miss high and outside, and Omari's ahead in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. Kearns, he's struck out 9, walked 2, and allowed 7 runs. Fires home, and Omari's ahead, 3 balls and no strikes. Kearns, he's pitched 7 innings for the Foxes. A 3-0 pitch. Gets the strike call. .31 pitch. Johnson, he'll foul it off. The count runs full. The payoff pitch. Kearns set. Johnson fouls it off again.
Why did he have to play your Tokyo Drift? You did it back.
Omari, he'll draw the walk. That'll put runners on the corners with 2 away to bring up Yael Amador. Amador, he's at 1 for 3. Singled the last time he was up. So runners on the corners and 2 away for the A's. Paxton Huff at third, Johnson at first. Kearns, he does a little twist move before he comes set, fires home and misses inside to Amador, who works ahead 1-0. He'll look in. Goes inside and low again. Amador ahead 2 balls and no strikes. 2-0 pitch. Amador makes contact. It'll go out into right field. It falls in for a hit. One run's in. Amador's digging for second. The throw home. It'll put runners on at second and third. Another run scores with 2 away. So that'll bring up the catcher, Isaiah Velasco. He's 2 for 2. He drew the walk his last time up, but has singled both times before that. Lawmen lead at 8-3. They've out-hit the Foxes 11-7. So after the slow start, the A's have overcome those first 2 errors in the ball game and have a 5-run lead. First pitch to Velasco. It'll be a swing and a miss. It's down on the count 0-1. The Foxes, they've got their third baseman playing well past the cutout for third base. Kearns delivers. Velasco will foul it off, and he's down quickly 0-2. Isaiah in his bright pink batting gloves. Kearns set. Velasco will foul it off. Count remains 0-2. Isaiah's going to adjust his batting gloves. Step back in. Does his little fist bump to the bat, and we'll go to work. Fourth pitch of the at-bat coming. Kearns delivers, goes low and outside. Gets the first ball. 1-2 the count for Isaiah. Both bullpens are empty now. Isaiah makes contact. It's a high fly ball towards the warning track, and it will fall in as the center fielder Wilson lost it. 2-run score, and it's a 2 RBI double for Velasco. Eight runs in the inning. And that brings up Angel Vasquez. Vasquez at 1 for 3. Twelfth batter of the inning for the A's. Vasquez, he singled the last time he was up. He'll foul off the first pitch he sees. One pitch. Kearns checks Velasco at second. Throws home. Misses low. Counts even at 1 to Angel. Angel, he started the summer season off playing out in the Northwoods out in, I think it was Washington, I believe. Played in the Northwoods League. Came home when his teammate Aiden Ruiz came back. Ruiz, he played for the A's last year. Two one pitch. Kearns misses and falls behind it to Vasquez, 3-1. The A's have taken advantage, have scored 8 in the inning and lead it 10-3. The pitch, low and inside, and another runner on. So now 2 on and 2 away. That'll bring up Kennedy Drexler, who is 2 for 3. Drexler, he singled the last time he was up. Takes the first pitch strike. Velasco, he's at second. Vasquez at first. The 13th batter of the inning for the Lawmen. The Foxes trying to get that final out. Strike call there, and Drexler, he's down in the count 0-2. Kearns looking in. Does his little twist and comes set. Delivers, gets Drexler to swing, and that will end the inning. We are headed to the top of the 6th. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Nine, 1, and 2 due up in the 6th for the Foxes. 10-3 Lawman here as Sidwell, he'll lead off and takes a swing and comes up empty. He's 2 for 2 in the ball game. He's singled both times he's been at the plate. Fowler, he's back out for his second inning of work. He'll miss high and outside, and that evens a count at 2. 18-4 in favor of the Larks as the BJs and Larks have moved into the bottom of the 7th. Grounded up the middle and fielded by Vasquez. He'll flip to first and record the out. One away for the Foxes. That'll bring up Ty Wilson as they turn the lineup over. Wilson, he's 0 for 2. He went down on strikes his last time up. Nobody on and one away. Down in the count, 0-1 is Wilson. Fowler, he was a redshirt junior this past season at Eastern New Mexico University. Gets the strike call, and Wilson is down in the count, 0-2. 3 runs, 7 hits, no errors for the Foxes. They've stranded 8 runners so far. Pitches swung on and missed, and that is the second out of the inning. It brings up Ty Acton. Acton, he's at 1 for 3. He singled the last time he was at the plate. Fowler's up to 22 pitches in the ball game. The A's, with some random fireworks in the background. The A's at 10 runs on 12 hits, 2 errors. They've stranded 7. Fowler delivers, gets Acton to foul it off, and he'll fall down 0-1. One pitch. Winds have calmed here at Cavalier Field. For a while, they were blowing out-ish. Out towards left. Now blowing more right to left across the field. Grounded up the middle is Acton. Fielded by Vasquez. Throws to Moreno and records the final out. We're headed to the bottom of the 6th. Leading. Jaden Moreno leads off in the bottom of the 6th. 1 for 2 in the ball game. Hit a grand slam the last time he was up. Kern's back on the mound for the Foxes. Delivers a second pitch strike, and Moreno, he's down in the count 0-2. Just over the 2-hour mark here at Cavalier. Gets the swing and a miss and the first out of the inning. So Moreno goes down on strikes, and that'll bring up Paxton Huff. Teammates at Prairie View A&M. Huff steps up 0 for 2 in the ball game. He was hit by pitch the last time he was at the plate. First pitch, he'll swing and come up empty. Down in the count, 0-1. Pitch. Gets the strike call. Kearns, he comes out firing strikes. Struggled a little bit with command of the zone and after taking over in the last half inning. He'll miss high and outside there and makes it 1-2 to Huff. Foxes play with their corners about halfway in. Huff pops it foul back over top of the press box. The count will remain 1-2. Pitches swung on and missed, and now strike 3. 2 away for the A's to bring up Nico Brown. Brown singled the last time he was up. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. Nobody on and 2 away. Pitch. Gets a strike call. Down 0-1 is Brown. He'll make contact, fouls it off the end of the bat to the right and out of play. Falls down in the count 0-2. Kearns waving one off. Now another one has what he wants in, comes set. The 0-2 comes in and misses inside. Kearns misses high and inside again, and it evens a count. It's deuces wild across the top of the scoreboard. The 2-2 pitch. Gets the swing, and Brown will go down, and that will be the final out of the inning. We're headed to the 7th. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball.
At the end of 6 innings of play, score 11-10, Foxes 3. Ladies and gentlemen, if you focus down onto the first base side, we've got some kids lined up there for our hot dog race. We've got Grady, Fletcher, and McKinley all going to do action. Cheer on your favorite one. 1, 2, 3, go! Oh, it's pretty tight, pretty tight. Good job, Trevor. Also, Trevor Lampy down there is our honorary flagman over at third base. Good job, kids.
Those Gifford James. I thought it was the Gifford side.
Bertucci leading off for the Nick Bertucci leading off for the Foxes. 1-2 the count. He's 0 for 2 in the ball game. He flew out the last time he was at the plate. Fowler winds and delivers and gets Bertucci to foul it off. The count will remain 1-2.
It's 1 and 2, not 2 and 2.
It's actually 2 and 2. Because the first two picks were balls, right? Now it's 2.
Now it's 2 and 2.
Nope, now he's out.
That's a strikeout.
Bertucci will go down on the appeal. One away for the Foxes, and that brings up Gio Nunez. Nunez, he's 1 for 3. He was a strikeout victim his last time up. More fireworks in the background here at Cavalier Field. Fowler delivers low. Nunez ahead, 1 ball and no strikes. Worked our way into the top of the 7th. Your Lawmen leading at 10-3 over the Foxes. Game in Liberal has gone final as Nunez will swing and come up empty. Larks win it 18-7 in run rule fashion over the BJs tonight, further cementing their lead in the league as well. They'll take a pitch high and works ahead in the count. 2 balls and 1 strike does Nunez. Work continues down in the Foxes bullpen. See if the Foxes make a pitching change when we go to the bottom of the 7th. 2-1 pitch from Fowler misses. Nunez ahead 3-1. Nobody on, 1 away. The 3-1 delivery. Fireworks to see the hit by pitch. 1 on and 1 away now for the Foxes to bring up Dalton Berg. Berg 1 for 3 in the ball game. He grounded out his last time up. So we'll go back to work. Nunez on at first for Berg. Pitch, it's swung on and missed. Berg will fall down in the count, 0-1. Fowler delivers, misses low. Evens the count at 1. One pitch. Inside. The 2-1. Fowler will miss low and inside, and Berg, he works ahead, 3 balls and 1 strike. Looks like the Foxes have Cedric Martin in the bullpen. 3-1 delivery. popped up. It will go to the back foul and out of play. Count runs full. The payoff pitch coming. Fowler checked the runner over at first. Runner goes. The pitch misses inside, and that walks a run on. So now runners at first and second for Keenan Harvey with one away. Harvey 1 for 3 in the ball game. He was a strikeout victim his last time up. Isaiah Velasco, he'll go out and have a conversation with Fowler. Nobody down in the Lawman bullpen currently. So that quick conversation is over, and we'll get started with the at-bat for Harvey. Working the fourth trip through the batting order is the Foxes. Fowler steps on and comes set. Delivers a first pitch strike. Gets the call from home plate umpire, and Harvey's down 0-1. One delivery. Fowler will step off, fake the throw back to second just to chase Nunez back. So a ball comes rolling across the field from the Foxes bullpen. Looks like the A's are going to send Stephen Fugity down to the bullpen. Pitch misses outside from Fowler, and that evens a count at 1. See if the Lawmen can get out of this one. They've held the Foxes scoreless since the top of the third. Harvey swings and comes up empty. It evens a count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Harvey will foul it off. Count remains 2-2. I stand corrected. That's Joshua Caravallo in the bullpen. Harvey makes contact, fielded by Brown. Throw to second for 1. The throw to first is not in time. The A's are going to try to argue interference at second. Quick check on Angel at second. Everything seems to be fine, and we'll go back to work. 2 on, 2 away for the Foxes, and the catcher Ryan Vandeveer stepping up. Vandeveer, he singled his last time up, 1 for 3 in the ball game. See if the A's can get out of this little jam they find themselves in and maintain their 7-run lead.
I had jammed it to all the songs. You what? I already jammed it to. Oh. When you have your DMs turned off?
Pitch misses to Vanderveer. He works ahead in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. We're continuing in both bullpens. Fowler, he'll check the runner at first. Comes set. He'll get the strike call. Makes it 2-1 to the catcher. Runner goes. The pitch missed outside. The throw down to second. Throw back to home. They get the out at home plate. And that will end the inning. So it is stretch time in Dodge City. We'll be back with the bottom. Bottom of the 7th, the lawmen send out Arturo Blakenze. Blakenze, he's 0 for 1 in the ball game. He grounded out the last time he was at the plate. He'll face off against Cedric Martin, another lefty on the mound for the Foxes. Martin fires wide. Martin, a Fort Scott Community College pitcher, part of the Jayhawk Conference. Pitches in for a strike, and counts even at 1 for Arturo. So Arturo, he finds himself down in the count 0-2 now, or 1-2. Two-two pitch. Martin, he stands on the third base side of the rubber.
It's Not Usual by Tom Jones.
And Arturo has worked the count full. The payoff pitch misses inside, and the A's get their lead off aboard. That'll turn the lineup over to Omari Johnson. Johnson, he's at 2 for 3. He drew the walk his last time up. The Foxes pitching staff, they've struck out 7 but have walked 8. So Omari, he steps up. Takes a first pitch ball. Omari, a .449 on base percentage as he threw to first, not in time. Your A's pitching staff, they've combined for 10 strikeouts and just 3 free passes. Pitches in, it gets the strike, and that evens a count at 1. 1 on, nobody out for the Lawmen. Johnson down in the count now, 1-2. Pitch. It's sent foul. Count will remain at 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah. Yeah, I already played that.
1-2 delivery again. Martin checking the runner at first. Fires home and misses. So that's going to prompt a mound visit from the Foxes. A's Baseball brought to you by our double sponsors, First Dental and Forgon Financial, ITC Great Plains LLC, I Don't Care Family Restaurant and Sports Bar LLC, and Dodge City Eye Care. We thank you for your sponsorship and support of Dodge City A's Baseball. Well, a mound visit's over. Short-lived, and we'll go back to work. Blakenze over at second for the A's into scoring position. And a 2-2 count to Omari Johnson. Martin Hill check Blakenze back at second, looking in. Takes a look back again. 2-2 delivery goes low. It runs the count full. The payoff pitch from the lefty Martin. Johnson will send it foul. It goes towards the Foxes bullpen. Count remains 3-2. 8th pitch of the at-bat. Martin loses the battle, and there are 2 on with nobody out. So that'll bring up Yael Amador. Amador, he's at 2 for 4. He doubled the last time he was at the plate. Yael, a .322 on-base percentage for him this season. So with 2 on and nobody out, the A's looking to add their lead. Amador shows bunt. He'll pull it back. The throw back to second, not in time. He'll move ahead in the count, 1 ball and no strikes. That's going to prompt another mound visit as here comes the head coach for the Foxes. Joe Bergen going out to talk things over. And here comes the pitcher out of the bullpen, so the night for Martin will be done. We'll take a step aside and come back with the new pitcher. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Kieran Lawing will take over the mound for the Foxes. Lawing at 12 innings pitched on the season. An 0-1 record on the mound for the Foxes. He'll face off against Amador, who is now ahead in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. So Lawing, he inherited a 1-0 count to Amador. McKenzie on at second. Johnson on at first. The 2-0 pitch. Lawing a righty, works from the first base side of the rubber, gets the strike call. Makes it 2-1. Showing bunt, pulling it back, throw back to second. Amador, he's ahead in the count, 3 balls and 1 strike. Amador, he'll draw the walk, and that loads the bases. Nobody out for the A's to bring up Isaiah Velasco. Velasco, he's 3 for 3, two singles, a double, and a walk his night at the plate. Isaiah with a .517 on-base percentage this season. Nobody out, bases loaded, and the A's have the opportunity to blow this one wide open. First pitch, taken high, but is a strike call. Velasco down 0-1. The A's need just 3, and they can end this one in run rule fashion tonight. One delivery from Lawing will go high, and that evens a count at 1 to Velasco. One. Lawing set, working out of the stretch. Delivers low. Velasco's ahead 2-1. Just past the 10 o'clock hour here in Dodge City. Two-one delivery. Lawing gets Velasco to swing. It evens the count at 2. Lawing, he pitched against your A's on the Colorado trip. Went 1 inning and faced 7 batters. 2-2 pitch. Goes high, the count runs full. So we'll see the payoff pitch. Lawing, he came in relief. Took over a 1-0 count to Amador and has since worked a full count now to Velasco. He walked Amador to load the bases. The payoff pitch. Velasco will go down on strikes as he comes up empty. 1 away for the A's. That'll bring up Angel Vasquez. Vasquez 1 for 3 in the ball game. Drew the walk the last time he was up. Angel, .523 on base percentage. Bases loaded with 1 away. Ooh, it's in. It's off the end of the bat. Fouled. An unfortunate circumstance. Any other twist, and that would have been a hit by pitch and walked a run in. Down 0-1 is Angel. The pitch from Lawing goes low outside. So he went inside, outside. We'll see what he opts to do here on a 1-1 count. The pitch. It's a fly ball out into right. It'll be pulled down. Runners will tag up. It was dropped. So an error, an unfortunate error. That brings up Kennedy Drexler, the A's A's they bring up Drexler. He went down on strikes his last time up. Johnson's at third. Amador at second. Vasquez at first. Counts even at 1. 1 away in the inning. One pitch. Goes to the backstop. Picked up. The run will score. It moved the runners up 90 feet. Count now 2-1 for Drexler. Lawmen lead at 12-3. Two-one pitch. Delivered low. Makes it 3-1. So Lawing, he's in danger of walking the bases loaded again. 1 run scored on a wild pitch. The A's, they need just 1 more to invoke the run rule. 3-1. Lawing misses low and inside, and the bases are loaded again. That will bring up Jaden Moreno. Moreno 1 for 3. He was a strikeout victim the last time he was at the plate. So bases loaded with nobody away. Amador, he's at third. Vasquez stands at second. Drexler at first. Moreno, he's already hit 1 grand slam tonight. He did it last year as well. That was a call that you hear in the pregame video. So he hit a grand slam to walk off against the Denver Cougars last year. He'll take a first pitch strike and falls down in the count 0-1. Lawing set. The entire infield in for the Foxes as Moreno fouls the pitch off. He'll fall down in the count 0-2. Foxes have drawn their infield in basically to the green infield turf. They'll pull their third baseman almost halfway up towards the shortstop. Shortstop shading his position towards the second base bag. The 0-2 pitch coming from Lawing. He'll miss outside and works ahead 1 ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch goes low and outside again, and the count's even at 2. Lawing, he's been attacking that outside edge, but seems to miss. See what he does here. Gets a swing and a miss. Moreno will go down on strikes, and now 2 away. So that'll bring up Paxton Huff. Bases loaded with 2 away now. Huff 0 for 3 in the ball game. He went down on strikes his last time up. The Lawmen lead at 12-3. Huff 431 on base percentage. Lawing misses with the pitch, and Paxton is ahead 1 ball and no strikes. Huff sends it out, fielded by the shortstop. The throw to first, not in time, and the A's walk it in the bottom of the 7th. They'll invoke the run rule and win it here tonight. So the A's win it 13-3. So Thomas Fowler, he will pick up the win for the Lawmen or Dodge City A's. And Hodak, he will draw the loss for the Fort Collins Foxes. The A's, they still lose the series to the Foxes, but avoid the series sweep. They pick up the win in run rule fashion. So the Foxes, 2 runs in the first, 1 in the third, 3 runs, 7 hits, 1 error for the Foxes. They strand 9 runners tonight. Your Dodge City A's, 2 in the first, 8 in the 5th, and 3 in the 7th. 13 runs on 13 hits, 2 errors. They strand 10. Let's take a look at your scoring summary real quick before we sign off. Omari Johnson, he led off in the first with a single, followed by an Isaiah Velasco single. They would both come around and score on a 2 RBI double from Kennedy Drexler. The Lawmen would get Arturo Blaquenze on via the walk in the second, and an Omari Johnson single, but get nothing out of it. Then in the third, Isaiah Velasco would get on a single, and then a double play would see the A's get nothing there. The fourth, the A's, they would work the bases loaded, but get nothing out of it. It was the fifth where all the damage was done to set up the run rule victory. So in the fifth, the A's, they led off with a Yael Amador single, followed by an Isaiah Velasco walk, and Angel Vasquez single to load the bases. Drexler would step up and drive in 1 run on an RBI single, and then Jaden Moreno would clear the bases with a grand slam over the left field wall. Paxton Huff, he would draw a hit by pitch, followed by a Nico Brown single, and then a Omari Johnson walk. That would reload the bases. The A's would get a double from Yael Amador that would drive in a run. Isaiah Velasco would come up and hit a 2 RBI double, followed by an Angel Vasquez walk. The A's, they would strike out the side in the 6th, and then in the 7th, they would send 8 to the plate to take the run rule victory. Arturo Blaquenze led off with a walk, followed by Omari Johnson and Yael Amador both drawing walks. Angel Vasquez would drive in a run on an error, and then Kennedy Drexler would walk. Paxton Huff would step up and hit a line drive that would score the deciding run as the A's win at 13-3 in 7 innings over the Fort Collins Foxes. That'll do it for tonight. I am Justin Hergert, alongside with Reese Gleason on the live stream. For the entire A's board and organization, we say thank you for following along. Be sure to come back Friday night as the A's take on the Liberal BJs in Rocky Mountain League play. 7 p.m. first pitch at Cavalier. Until then, saying farewell and good night.